what were some of the things that you think maybe people didn't hear this year that they should have?
Well, first is one of my favorite artists, John B. He came on the scene in the early 90s, mid-90s, with his first album, Bonafide, and he was picked up by Babyface and Tracy Edmonds, Kenneth Edmonds and his wife when they were married at the time. And he is a white guy who is all soul, and really set the stage for people like Justin Timberlake and Robin Thicke to come along and have successful R&B-esque careers now, and that his original album's still one of my favorite R&B albums of all time. And I've sort of followed his career off and on over the last 15 years as a result of that. And so when I was excited when I found out that he was releasing another album, Comfortable Swagg, and it was completely independently done. He's not signed with any major records, and it's all been his own self-promotion. And the album is just fun R&B. You know, the title track, Comfortable Swagg, is just I call it a song you can bounce your head to. Because for me, I love R&B music, and it comes down to, can I bounce my head to it? And my students are laughing when I told them that, and they're like, what? And I said, yeah, like a great R&B song has just a smooth groove, and I can bounce my head to it. And Comfortable Swagg is that song. And, you know, I don't love every single song on the album. Sometimes when artists independently make things, you know, they don't have the expertise of the best producers to sort of like really like tease out their greatness. And so, you know, there's some definite misses for me on this album. But as a whole, I'm just glad to see he's back and glad to see that he's making music. And he's releasing his B-Sides album on January 25th that has like 23 songs, like songs he's never released that he's written for a long time. And I'm excited to see that, you know, he's really back in the game and he wants people to, you know, hear him and you know, just one of those guys that you want him to be successful because he is so talented. And anyways, it was a good album.
Yeah, I really like John B. a lot, and I was glad that you kind of turned me on to that this year, because earlier in the year, you had mentioned that he had some new material, and I hadn't heard anything from him, I think, since 1999 or maybe 2000. And I was really, really excited to see that he was still making new material. I think John B. is a wonderfully talented artist that a lot of people, if you like any kind of R&B, especially if you like somebody like Robin Thicke or even like maybe somebody like Music Soul Child, who's maybe a little bit more eclectic and does, because John B., like, he does very comfortable R&B standards, but then he'll do a few experimental type of things in his music. He doesn't always make things the same all the time, and so like he's a really kind of an interesting artist, and you always hope somebody like that gets a chance to have some longevity and gets a chance to really have people hear him, because I think he's got a great voice. He's kind of a really unique artist.